December 26, 2022. Marcus Giavanni here. 2023 municipal election in the City and County of Denver, LLC, Denver News. You know, Christmas was a really good time this year. But when you think about the elections and what it means to Denver and the crossroads that we're at, IoT, dark web. And over the years, I've been subject to some pretty harsh treatment, man, by Denver Health and Human Services, Monica Jackson, a few other employees that are no longer with them. They've retired. But they leave behind skeletons of fecal matter, of destruction and manipulation of families to make all their budgets and all their bullshit storylines match up. And I swore that when they took my kids from me for 6 months for something I didn't even do, it was all made up. Everything in my life is fucking made up, man. It makes you wonder if I'm not living in a simulated state. But the part is that I know there's a God for me in my world. And I know that He's given us all free will to do whatever they want to with their lives and against others, and there's some trifling people that do just that. And as we keep facilitating ourselves to a further decay in family morals, teaching how to work hard, now it's stealing it from everybody else. That way of thinking is not going to work anymore. And I'm calling on the 18 to 38-year-olds that 10 years ago when I was starting this, actually 12 years ago, but we'll just stick with 10. You were all 8, 28, and 8, 18, and 28. Let's move forward 10 years. Now you're 18, 28, 38, and 48. And when you are able to do what we do and index things in a way that is remarkable, to say the least, I'm a little humble bragging, but I'm very proud of what we're able to do to be able to give to the citizens of Denver. Because I'm old. What the fuck am I going to do with this stuff? I'm not about money, never have been. I like to work. I was out there painting the cow by myself with a freaking Libram tear in my right shoulder, 2 of them, and I'm rolling a 18-foot roller puller. Had to get done. Everything I do, I work hard at it, and it just seems like there's other people that just want to take it away for whatever reason. And I swore that wasn't going to ever happen. And I was going to hold Karen Huber, my ex's old attorney, who has her titty in the ringer and has had it in for me, called me the epitome of slippery. But she's such a narrow-minded, bigot, sexually frustrated old hag. And I say that because it matches the algorithms when you look at what this means. I'm not just calling names. So when you want to step up and battle me, you better come up with some stuff, because you're not going to beat me. I have more meta-tag experience, like I said, than Leslie Herod, Mike Johnston, Chris Hansen, Lisa Calderon, especially Kelly, eyebrow beaten, red lip pig. And I say that loosely, I say that reluctantly, but it had to be said. Because I saw her and the mayor, Vidal, good dressers. And when you've done what I've done and met the chambers that I've met in other cities, they dressed way too good. Their offices were way too nice. And when I heard him talk, when I got that Vidal dude, that mayor temp dude, I call him a dude because that's what he is, a dude. Uh, when I started asking him some tough questions, I sized him up real quick, man. I boxed him in. I went, dude, you're the best Denver has. I go ask him. Go ask him. You're the best Denver has. You guys are just a bunch. You guys are a bunch of salespeople just pitching to get the due so you guys can keep buying these nice clothes and real estate. Oh well, I don't need to listen to this. You have a good day, Mr. Giavanni. Yeah, go ahead. Go slither away. Tuck your mangina between your legs, but you're still leaving a snail trail, bitch. See, they didn't like being talked to like that. You ain't fucking hornswoggling me. Because you dress good and you bring in Kelly. You know how many women don't like Kelly? The women that like Kelly are women that want to be Kelly, but they don't know how to make the steps to be Kelly, and yet they're doing all the work for Kelly. When you do what I do, folks, it's called object-oriented programming. And now I know how to embed, and I've created a technique where we use embedded voice latent prints and some other whoop-de-woo we do to where when Kelly comes out and starts talking about her bloviated LinkedIn bullshit resume of her bullshit life, snowblowing, storyhood child, you and me debate, girl. Let me tell my story. Okay? Let me tell you what it was like to walk in with my white mom with 7 children and the shit that I heard that people tell my mama. Let me tell you my story about when my military father died. Let me tell you what happened when my government let me down, as they continue to let me down and stick token red-lit pigs like you who've been milking the fucking system for years. How much do you make in all things? Well, you make about $1 million a year, huh? All your retired pensions, and now you're gonna come in here and act like you know what the fuck's wrong with Denver and stealing my lines. Oh, we believe in the promise of Denver. You know how many times I've said that? See, you can't find that stuff because your people don't know how to look for my kind of stuff. My stuff is made to stay away from when you start doing your stuff. But it stays away in a different way. And what it does is just engulfs. Like when you look at the fair election funds, mayors get $750,000. You know who's going to get that money? And you're going to see how fair it is. And they can't bullshit it. This is digital. Everything they've said about being fair and and they're all saying, I'm a fair elections candidate. Fuck you. You guys just took money from taxpayers that didn't want to pay it and didn't really understand what that meant because it really wasn't explained to everybody. And you had all the people that was like, yeah, they're diehard Denver voters, man. I love them, man. It's weird. The voters. I'm just talking about the voters and their desire and want of change, but they keep going to the same fucking people, and I'm like, man. I mean, you guys are like the Raiders of fucking politics. I mean, I love the Raiders, by the way. They're still, it's all political, man. It got all political. It's not, everything's not the same anymore. NFL ain't the same. You got people fighting to get into China's markets. We got China coming in, putting police stations in our government, in our city streets, with arresting authority. They can arrest you. And so Denver voters and all these, they have no clue. They're so wrapped up in their self-indulgent, fucking humble bragging bullshit. Man, I've never heard so much humble bragging. Fuck. Somebody slap me in the motherfucking face. Please, God, fuck, shut the fuck up. Do the fucking work. Don't talk about it, Ian Tafoya. Hashtag believe Ian. His career's over. He fucked with artificial intelligence. He ain't fucking with me. AI taught me, man. I am a product of artificial intelligence in the mortal form that have been able to look at things that nobody else can see because I'm a fucking fluke. My Dad called me his Irish fluke. You're my Irish fluke, son. And remember, wherever you go, you're an Irishman first. Okay, Pop. He meant that, man. I grew up thinking I'm Irish. I go to school, yeah, I'm Irish, and kids would start laughing. Because I look like I look like Tony DeFranco and Leif Garrett. And but what do I look like? And I look completely different than them folks when you really looked at me. And it ain't about looks with artificial intelligence. Just like when you look at Bernie Sanders, man, my God, man, that's a guy that you can tell that he didn't take care of himself. He ain't gonna take care of nothing else. It's all talk, and that's how you know. I mean, you're gonna get old, okay? But there's a way where you talk and spit comes out of your mouth, and your muscles in your mouth are so relaxed that I mean, it's when you got to take the face for TV and go on radio, man. But this is where we're at. But it showed millennials really wanted to believe in somebody old, man. Like, fuck. Okay, well, fuck. If Bernie Sanders couldn't do it, I'll give me an older, younger mayor. And that's me. Because I stay fit. We're going to get our kids from fluffy to stuffy, man. We're going to be stuffy. Be stuffing hoops. I mean, we got to do something. Because right now, folks, if I sat you all down in the Bronco Stadium, on the field, seats everywhere, and I showed you some things, you would freak the fuck out. And I wonder why I'm here. You know what I mean? I wonder, what the fuck, why me? I mean, of all people, why me? Why am I the one? And I'm not Chicken Little. I could be the big bad wolf. But that's just fairy tale, because there's nothing good in bad. You can be a badass. That's the only time bad is good, when you're a badass. Because you're up there in the 1%ers where you don't need bullshit. You don't need to go put anything on or do anything. And everywhere you go, people just take you for who you are. And I find that most racists, it's kind of funny. Because they got to go walk around the world. But you find a lot of the guys that are working in these places, they start talking to other minorities and finding out that, man, these fucking dudes just like me, man. They get whiskey, they like to get high, they like to burn one, and you know, their women are really getting really beautiful, actually. And yeah, man, there's ugly in all tribes, man. Ugly. I mean, you know, you can go to Burger King and you can get it, you know, get it your way. And anyways, we'll leave those jokes for another time. And I'm a jokester, folks. I tell jokes. I miss telling jokes. I miss laughing. I miss happy people. I miss walking in the parks with no goose poop. I got into a lawsuit in Florida with goose poop, folks. I got a rash from goose poop. And that's what people don't realize. There's some poo-poo problem in Denver. And all those people playing volleyball, they're tracking that shit into their homes. They don't realize those micro fucking spores go, your dogs get it, you start getting respiratory, they don't know what it is. It's goose poop. I got a lawsuit to prove it, folks, okay? And see, Denver don't want to talk about that. I do, and I can prove it. I have a lawsuit. I won a lawsuit. It was a class action suit. And these people could be suing the fuck out of Denver right now. Oh. Thank God they're not. And that's where Mayor Hancock and them, they got to be up on top of this shit. That's why I came here to Denver, to restore it back to what I thought it was when I came here the first time. And make it so that employees that fuck with citizens, even judges have to clean up their own shit, man. I don't like to talk bad about a judge. It's just something my dad taught me to tread lightly with. And after he's seen how my life went, and with what I've endured to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, when those smack lips regurgitated false information causing me to stand up and walk up to my lawyer, which embarrassed the whole court, I guess. That's all on tape, folks. All on tape, and it was all smoke and mirrors from one of the best trained police agencies in the world, whose employees were quietly manipulating their job to keep their names in the headlines so that they can get bigger pensions and retire and use their story to get more work, to do more investigations. And shit, that's how you know there's a God, man. You can't fuck people's lives up. I lost my children, 2 baby girls, and I wrote a book about it. And I got people who actually went and chastised. I wouldn't line my cat box with this. Really, dude? If you were in front of me, I'd knock your fucking head off. I lost my daughters, but because I'm a gentleman, I will just yell at you because that'll hurt. When I hit 130 dB, I'll make this noise that everybody will just leave the fucking room because it get louder and louder, and it's annoying, man. And I don't want to be that guy. But this fair elections and Denver elections and we got Paul Lopez, who needs to recuse himself because he's going to be part of the elections. That he lied to my face about us having a surplus of $550 million. See, I got a video I'm going to be showing pretty soon. I'm waiting just to tell the people go ahead and do it. They're waiting because I need Paul Lopez to do the right thing. But see, what Paul doesn't understand in his narrow-mindedness, and because he didn't nobody challenged him, because nobody has any balls to go against Paul Lopez, sometimes he gets unruly. Every one of his text messages, anywhere he goes, he's indexed. See, I know that, and he don't know that. And the people that tell him that I don't know what I'm doing, he's like scratching his head going, well, why do I keep seeing this stuff? And the more and more he goes and indulges in me, he tells artificial intelligence that I have enough authority for his attention. And then I get certain alerts based off other algorithms that we created. And see, all these algorithms go to the city and county of Denver, folks. I can let you into a secret. I can't take it with me when I go. So who else could run this? How come Kelly Eyebrow Beater, Red Lip Pig didn't go and buy cityandcountyofdenver.com, .net, .org, none of those? Seeing the different industry placements and where artificial intelligence now gets divided up into categories. She's a chief strategy officer over there at the Metropolitan State University with a 47% graduation rate, with an 83% acceptance rate. That should be switched. Okay? That's the other college that's about to take a boom, boom platter. And all those kids, I just want to go tell them, hey man, you need to go get Janine Davidson the fuck out of here, and you need to go and get a new person in here that can get you guys going, man. I can do it for free. And I'll make your college #1 college. And we have already the platforms that we can teach. We got the GoogleCrystalBall.com, disinformationczar.us, wizardknowsalltellsall.com. With those young minds at Denver Metropolitan State University, in their technology and the way they live their lives in the digital way, join this digital dome. Don't control it. They'll control it, folks. And see, you can't tell the directors and all your people that you have running your college because they're all in on it. And so what's going to happen is, unfortunately, it'll go after their money. And with the IRS coming in and with the kids not getting jobs because January 1's coming. And these employers they're doing their own thing now, man. They're not getting into the wokeness. That shit's bullshit, man. I can't even believe that these people were able to pull that whole thing off and built millions of dollars out of a bunch of sheeple that watched it happen to them. That was just the first dry run. Wait till the next one comes. And I've watched them come. And the next one's going to be war, and it's going to be our our children, 18 to 28 to 38, the first batch. And the people that are putting you in there, they ain't going. Those young city council members, no, they're protected. They're away from that. That's why you need to fire every fucking one of those city council members. They are worthless, man. If I was a head of HR, which I would be as mayor, I can show you some applications, folks, that they banned in New York City because it doesn't fit the diversity and all that. They want it to be turmoil. They want to keep everything congested in New York. They want to keep it so that all the truckers and commerce is stalled, so people are just so fucking angry, and they're angry, and there's fucking trash everywhere, and the city people don't go outside because they have to not go outside so they can say, I didn't see it. I'm out there every day. And that's where that 2023 Denver mayor election, Marcus Giavanni, that guy in that tent froze. October 10th, I think it was, or November 10th, when it was a free. I interviewed somebody in another video that's online. See, my videos aren't designed to be clicked on, not yet. But they are designed to, when you read the information, for those that are just who are studying the structural content on how to read the internet. And when you see, I'm intertwined in between all these people because they've all been hit by the virus. It's called the wormhole 2023, and it's a betterment virus. And the betterment virus means it will protect all law enforcement that do the right thing. It will protect all first responders that do the right thing. It will protect all the people, the doctors and hospitals, for do the right thing. All the professors, everything and everybody and everyone, all the way down to the janitor in an institution, in academia, if they do the right thing. This goes whole to the citizens to which we all live and require our law enforcement to protect and serve us. And right now, we're not having to protect or serve us. Because a lot of them don't even want to go out fucking side, and I feel sorry for them because I met Denver police. I have my couple, but the majority that I've interacted with, once they start talking to me, they figure things out real quick. And there's a story that I have with this one sergeant and a black man. I'm telling you, I'm not being a racist. I'm just trying to make it a colorful conversation that deal with. And there was something that he told me that he was doing for such a long time, and something just doesn't seem right. He can't put his finger on it, but something seems right. And he didn't know that I was hired during this one time period to investigate certain areas to which some people claim police brutality or police corruption. And folks, I can tell you this right now, and this is just me, I didn't find any of that. Any of it. I even tried to cross it into some federal stuff, but I kind of lost my game a little because I had some personal things going on in my life at the same time, and so I wasn't on my game. But they seem pretty straight, and that's what as a mayor, I need to know who's on whose team and what's what, and that's what I did. And so I can pretty much tell you that our federal officers in Denver, Colorado, they're in the Colorado Bureau of Investigations. They're pretty good people, man. They really do have Colorado's best interest in heart. And so we can't let them down by passing laws that are making them look bad and criminals get away with murder or other crimes against our citizens that we have them, especially Denver police, to protect and serve. And that brings me to the next question. I personally don't have well, I do because of happenstance and other federal uh, investigations that I've been either a part of or not a part of. Um, I gotta make sure I say that. So that and these government agencies won't confirm or deny it, and as they should, as I should, and I'm not even supposed to even talk about things. But I have to let people know in Denver that what's coming is real. And we got to give the power back to the people that need it. We need to start voting for our police chief. Let the fucking citizens decide who they want, not a mayor. I mean, I got it. I got programs, folks. This will be the only time this happens. But I want to push this so we can elect our sheriff, so that our sheriffs and our mayor, like they do in Arizona and other parts of the world and of the nation and world, so they are held accountable for what they do. So the mayor, okay, mayor, you're good, but I'm gonna fix it. So we still got to do that. But I've got apps, folks, that been banned in New York City. I go to New York a lot, folks. I work with a lot of people. We don't tell anybody because I can't go and brag and humble and do stuff that people have to kind of levitate to. When you're an addict and you got drug problems and you got problems, ice cream, eating, whatever. Mine. Okay, mine is cheesecake. I'll eat the whole thing in one day, one whole pie by myself in one day. I can't help it. I am. I don't do it all the time, but I just once in a while, like Christmas, there was a pie. But we go. I got people eating it now, so I don't eat as much. But butter and sour cream, all the double chin shit. Oh God, I wish I would have known, but I did know, but I didn't care because I loved it. And so that's where you can tell my problems of my weight and is my double chin. And no matter how hard I work, it's still there. And it's just the way it is. Then it turn into saggy neck and then be like, oh, God, man. So you always got to be exercising. And that's what we're going to teach our children. And we're going to teach everybody in Denver that we are all Denver. And when we can tell, and here's the beautiful thing, and I want you to listen. When the leaders of the Democrat Party, the new leaders, the young cats that are 38, 48, that the old leader put you guys in a bad ringer. And I'm telling you, as an old man, Denver has been digitalized 3 times. The 4th time is going to be illegitimate government. And there's no nerd wallets. There's no third party goofball, Westward, fucking Denver Post, or anybody going to be able to write a fucking story because they're going to be worried about protecting their own asses for what's coming for them next. Because I've had shit coming after me my whole fucking life. And now I realized why I am who I am, why I am doing what I do. To wake up 700 and something thousand people that can take that fucking federal noose around your neck the fuck off it. And we become all Denver locally. Locals rule, folks. You don't hear people talking about that in Denver because locals rule fucking nothing. Just a couple people. And they've all been indexed. It's not very hard. We live in a small world, but Denver's even fucking smaller. And its digital platform is so predictable and so small that the IRS is going to have a wonderful time plucking these people out of the fucking pond and taking all their shit. And as mayor, if I was your mayor and I knew this stuff, I would be obligated as a non-political, non-governmental dude to warn you all of what's coming. And I'm going to go back into the whole produce music, drink my Irish whiskey, Black Barrel, Jameson, smoke my weed, nice blunt, Gorilla Purple Dank laced with 1316 quiche with chunks of vanilla dab. And you guarantee you, man, you ain't gonna do nothing but sit back and enjoy whatever the thing you're doing. And that's all I want with Denver. I want to be able to bring our kids back to being powerful, work your asses off, being team building. We're gonna have tug of wars. We're gonna make human chains, and we're gonna go, hey, get out of my way. We just got back from the USA. Bam! Anybody standing there that think they can break that chain, phew, you're gonna get clotheslined. That's what we did in school. And I conducted some of the biggest chains that you've ever seen. We had a lot of kids. My high school had 4,000. I don't think I was doing the chains in them, but in grade school we built these chains, and we'd all get arm in arm, man, and we just go, hey, get out of our way. We just got back from the USA, and we just plowed them over. That'd have been 1967, 68. Look what was going on back then. That's what I grew up in, and I see it coming now. But I'm not 8 years old. I'm 63. And I'm not the one that looked like I was getting ready to go to war. But you guys all. And I don't want my son to die in the military. Why would you? So I have a way to protect all the citizens. I can't tell you how that is. But if you want to serve our country, we're going to be behind you. Something happens to you, we're going to take care of your family. But if you don't want to go and you don't want to kill anybody, we'll put you to work in a different way. And so that's where we're headed, folks. I've seen the algorithms, and you look at that tent where that guy died. The Tafoya wasn't there. Hey, there was no 501(c)(3) putting up no candle vigils. There was no neighborhood association. Mayor Hancock didn't do no proclamation, emancipation. Nobody did a goddamn thing. And that guy was someone's little baby boy at one fucking time. But I'm the bad guy. Now you know how there's a God. And that digital one, that one's coming for vengeance. And I hold the keys to protect Denver because I had the fortitude, the credibility, the merits, and the abilities to see things that no one else could see and then translate it into the reality of where we are now. And that Denver's about to take a choke wad to the dark web on January 1. And I already know, folks. There ain't going to be no help. They're not going to come. They're not going to help. They're all going to keep going homeless, and we're going to take care of the homeless, and we're going to same shit for 60 fucking years. God have mercy on their souls. When I'm not talking about the Almighty God, I'm talking about AI. OAIOU. Which way you looking?